Bowers Intelligent Transportation moves over 6,000 people to and from work every day in luxury and style. Our state-of-the-art luxury coaches are fully equipped with leatherette seating, Wi-Fi, DirecTV, Corian tables, power outlets for your phone or laptop, and even a bathroom. Each Bowers coach removes as many as 52 cars and 2 million pounds of carbon monoxide per year. Commute to and from work for as low as $13 a day. Call Bowers Intelligent Transportation today at 800-546-6688 or online at bowersit.com.
Welcome back to the Will and Willie Show. It's the election special 2011. I'm Paul Wells, Flow Communications, here with the Honorable Willie Brown, political icon and political
not so
pundit.
Honorable Will Durst? Yeah, what you mean?
Yeah, occasionally honorable.
I'm used to it.
And we've had a good time talking with our guests about the political situation, the votes in San Francisco, ranked choice voting, Occupy movement, but we haven't touched the field of Republican candidates looking forward to 2012, and we could cover this in our last segment.
You mean anybody but Romney? Because that's what they're playing. That's what the Republicans are playing right now. I mean, Romney cannot get above 25%.
But keep in mind, there's one guy that is not saying anybody but Romney. Herman. He hasn't said anything negative about Romney at all.
No, and he had an opportunity during that last debate, because he could have piled on, and obviously he's shooting for that greased VP slot right
There's
now.
no question he'd like to be the passenger.
Well, it's not going to be Perry. Although Perry, I still think has a shot at the #1 slot, because he's got the money, and he actually said debates are not his strong suit. Not your strong suit, not your weak suit, not your leisure suit, not your bathing suit, not your space suit, not your birthday suit. They're not even your Bermuda shorts. He's the candidate for all those who couldn't cozy up to Bush because of all that intellectual elitism.
And he's brought back the birthing issue again.
Yes, he has.
Obama's birth certificate.
You know, he's a fellow Texan. Let's start with that. He's a fellow Texan.
You're from
and
Texas, he's from
I knew
Texas.
of him from the legislative days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
When he was a Democrat.
Yeah, when he was a Democrat. That is correct. Then he flipped over and became a Republican, etc. And so there's been some contact. When I heard that he was considering running, I got off a note to him. Says, whatever you do, announce, but don't leave Texas. Do no interviews and do no debates. Because I already knew how handicapped he really is. And I knew that the day that you witnessed that, he's finished. He's like the rookie pitcher who does not have a fastball. And that's what happened to him.
Well, when he won the Republican primary against, was it Kay Bailey Hutchinson?
Yes.
He
world
lost the debates.
Yeah.
He lost the debates.
Everything.
But he just pummeled her with negative advertising.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And he was indigenous to Texas. She was not indigenous to Texas.
I mean, and
like, for an example, she wore hose. And in Texas, they don't wear them.
Really? They don't wear pantyhose?
Not part of the deal. Really? No, so to speak. They may very well, but not. She was literally too much above. Yeah. That is correct. That is correct.
Say what you will about Perry. I mean, Bush was all hat, no cattle, but Perry grew up on a ranch. I mean, he's a real Texan. He made fun of Bush for going to Yale. Oh, I'm not like him. I didn't go to no fancy school like Yale. I went to Texas A&M. He's bragging about going to a lousier school. And I don't think that works
really
at a national level.
No,
that works in Texas.
That's why I recommended that he stay in Texas.
Yeah.
And keep the mystery about him. Do not let him see you full face. Because if they see you full face, they may Photoshop it and you're in trouble.
Well, he looks like a robot porn star. I mean, he's got that weird stance and the Ken haircut.
A robot porn.
He does.
That would be an interesting candidate. I think a lot of people would vote for the robot porn star instead. It seems like there isn't a really magnetic personality amongst the entire field of current Republican candidates.
He's the only one that comes close to being a magnetic candidate. Let me tell you, every one of them, though, that has surfaced has sank faster and they rose. Like, for an example, Michelle Bachmann. She was everybody's new, fresh version of Sarah Palin until you got a good look at her.
The cover of Newsweek.
That's right.
And then everybody yelled at Newsweek for putting this creepy photo of her. And
But it was her.
And Newsweek said, yeah, here's the entire photo shoot. Which one would you have picked? Because they were all.
They chose the best. They chose the best. And she turns out to have only a series of numbers that she can talk about, in spite of the fact that she's a member of Congress. She has nothing. Unlike Sarah Palin, who could spin a yarn, interestingly enough, and who had a little bitty sexy flavor about her, made her a little bit more attractive.
Yeah,
and who had a
Michelle's not
propensity
cuddly.
to buy clothes using other people's money. It wasn't a bad deal. So Palin was of the people of Alaska. This woman is not of the people anywhere.
No, not of
And the
Minnesota.
result, yeah.
And her husband, I thought, was a severe anchor. Her husband, Marcus, who runs Pray Away the Gay ministry. It's like a rehab center. You're gay, you go there, and he makes you straight. And Marcus is, only in the Midwest can a latent homosexual get away with pretending that he's straight. In San Francisco, everybody goes, come on, get off it.
What's really going on?
You can see why she's against gay marriage. She's been in one for 20 years.
Now, we mentioned Sarah Palin. Is it a possibility that she'll just come out of
Not at
hiding
20 million to give up per year. She's making more than $20 million a year.
For Fox?
And all the other things that she's doing.
The speaking engagement?
Absolutely. So there's no way she's going to give up the 20 million for what she knows is going to be a disastrous run. There's no reason for her to do that. She can stay attractive enough and interesting enough on the outside and wealthy enough that at some point, since she's only nearing 50, she's got plenty of time.
How do you think the economy is going to play out at this point? I mean, the Republican Party in Congress has been just saying no to everything, blocking any administration effort to do a jobs bill or anything else. How is this going to play where we now have people in the streets occupying in 1,000 different places, in little tent cities, very ad hoc? These are people without pre-made signs. A lot of the Tea Party signs, a lot of the anti-Obama health care signs were all manufactured. If you go to, and I went to the one in San Francisco that's taken over the bocce courts by the waterfront, they're all handmade. There's no prefab. It's all written on the tents. Where is this leading to, do you think, and how is this all going to play out if we look ahead to the 2012 election with the Republicans versus President Obama?
You want a shot first?
Well, yeah, because I know that you'll tie it up in a neat bow. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be in the people's minds, and it all depends. Christine Pelosi alluded to it earlier that the super committee, super Congress, slower than a slug on Thorazine. They're coming out November 22nd and November 23rd, right before Thanksgiving. And the Republicans aren't talking to the Democrats. And the Republicans, even though they said that the automatic cuts would include defense cuts, they'll find some resolution to pass and call Democrats soft on defense. And they'll try to use that. Now, whether or not Obama can have a rapid response team the way that Clinton used to have. Remember, Clinton would come back like that. He would have all those guys, Carville and the war room. And whether or not Obama can counter the soft on democracy thing, I think is more important than how Occupy Wall Street works its way out.
I think Obama's going to benefit also from incredible timing. If you had to have bad things happen to you, economy-wise and what have you, you prefer to have it happen
early.
A year. That's right, a year before, because you have time to engage an army in the effort to bring about some optimism about change. He is now on the threshold of starting that army in its movement. What occurred in Europe on the business of the indebtedness that created a different dynamic in the market. The market went up over 12. I don't know if it's going to stay over 12, but it went up over 12 at least for a time period. And now you're getting stories about where there are jobs being created. In Dakota, North Dakota, for an example, there's a small town there that has doubled in size and population in the last 12 months because there are 5 jobs for every person who's there. A truck driver, $80,000 a year, or the burger joint guy, $15 an hour, plus health care coverage and what have you. This mayor is asking people to please come. You get a job instantly. And there's also going to be the same thing happening in other parts of the country. What Obama has to worry about is whether or not he can bring Occupy under his jurisdiction, whether or not the people who participated, whether or not he can satisfy the environmentalists who are raising an all hell about things like pipelines and other things of that nature. But I think he's going to be able to do that in the dead of winter, in the nighttime. And by the time of spring, he's going to be back to being the speech maker. Nobody can match him.
And he'll be facing Romney, who is, culpable on so many flip-flopping issues. I mean, this guy should end his ads with, "I'm Mitt Romney and I both approve and disapprove of this ad."
and hopefully, standing right next to Mitch will be Herman.
All right, last question. We got to go. Who do you think is going to win the mayor's race?
I am not sure.
And pick somebody.
I had to pick somebody.
Pick somebody.
I'm going to pick.
He wants 3 choices.
I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Leland Yee.
You?
Oh, Leland Yee, you're really out the lunch.
Come on, we're closing out. We're closing out.
Ed Lee is going to win the mayor's race. Here it is, right there.
Yeah, because he's at page 7.
Maybe a little bit.
And I'm saying Dennis Herrera.
I'm Paul Wells. Willie Brown, Will Durst, thank you for joining us for the Will and Willie election special.
Bowers Intelligent Transportation moves over 6,000 people to and from work every day in luxury and style. Our state-of-the-art luxury coaches are fully equipped with leatherette seating, Wi-Fi, DirecTV, Corian tables, power outlets for your phone or laptop, and even a bathroom. Each Bowers coach removes as many as 52 cars and 2 million pounds of carbon monoxide per year. Commute to and from work for as low as $13 a day. Call Bowers Intelligent Transportation today at 800-546-6688 or online at bowersit.com.